Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So obviously this isn't Friday, so it's not one of my normal pickup videos, but this is kind of a special showcase. I did get some mail over the weekend, which I addressed in my last video, but that prompted a little bit of a special occasion. Normally I won't do this, but since this one brought up a kind of a theme plan that I'd been waiting for the card for, so I'm going to finish off my virtual expo experience and at the same time give you a showcase of my Be a Player / in the game / Leaf Ultimate Memorabilia cards in the Modano collection. So just to give you a bit of a taste, we got a few, so we're going to be going through these. As I said, it's kind of unusual to do it this way, but I thought this would be kind of fun. And when I get to the cards in question, I will show you the ones that I picked up from the virtual expo. So thanks to Jeremy, or from J_Lee Cards. I believe I got that right, but I'll put it on the screen just so you can check it out if you want to check out his Instagram or reach out to him. He also is the one who does Sports Card Live, the YouTube channel. And twice a week they do interviews on that channel and collector discussions. You'll definitely want to check that out if you haven't already. I've already mentioned him before a couple of times, but we'll give him his plug. Now, let me show you a little bit about this. So just so we're clear, with one exception that I'm going to put on the screen right now, every single card that I'm going to include in this video is going to be already in my possession. There are two that are sitting in ComC right now. I am not counting those. And just for perspective, I can tell you that I ran a quick scrub of the Beckett database, and Mike Modano has approximately 440 odd cards that are Ultimate Memorabilia in some variation. And you'll see as I go through these that there have been a lot of variations over the years and a lot of different versions of these. So that's why I want to go through them. So we're not going to take too long on these. If at some point, though, down the road, you want me to give you more of a deep explanation on kind of the changes and how this underwent all the different variations, I'll be happy to. The one I showed you on the screen a moment ago was from the inaugural set. So the one that I'm waiting for on eBay that I just showed you a screenshot of, so that is a card that I won on eBay that I'm expecting in the mail sooner rather than later. That was the first card from the inaugural set that I actually added to my collection. I don't have every year represented because there's over 20 years worth of Ultimate Memorabilia cards from the different iterations. But it's one of those things where I've kind of been chipping away at it over years, and it tells you something, that I consider myself to be a Modano collector who's picked up a lot of different stuff. But over the years, I've only really collected about 5% of those cards. So there's a lot to go, and it tells you something about the hobby that there's always another challenge, another mountain to climb. It doesn't matter how far you feel like you've come or how many different challenges you've completed. So anyway, let's no more talking on that. Let's get into it. So I showed you a first-year card. Let's show you a second-year card. So this one here is from 2001-2002, Be a Player Ultimate Memorabilia. So this is the second edition. So this is the from Mike Modano. It's a very straightforward design, just a regular jersey card. And this is from the Waving the Flag. So one of the reasons why they've got so many is because they've got a handful of parallels, but they've also got a lot of different subsets and themes going on from the different years. Now in the early years, obviously different already from the first year. You can see from the image you saw earlier, you can see here that for the second year, they actually incorporated Beckett, and what they did was they included Beckett's subgrades with it. Now, while a cool idea, it's one of those things that leads to kind of a conflict of interest when you've got a card company already submitting a bunch of their cards for their set and then including that in the packs. So that's why I don't think it lasted too long, but it's one of those things. So that's the only second edition card I have. So now let's look at this next one. This next one was a recent pickup as well. Oh, and one more thing I'll mention. You can see here on this particular year, it doesn't make reference to the number for this particular card, how rare it is. It doesn't say anything on the front, but it says it on the back. So this is number 13 of 30, and it's ultimate number 4593 of 25,000. So this is a reoccurring theme in how they did it. Obviously, in this year, they did it on the back. In other years, they would do it on the front, and you'll get a sense of that in a second. So that's from the second year. This next one is from the fourth year. So this is a recent pickup. This is always an all-star. So already from this point, you can still see we're using the Beckett. And at this point, the numbering is on the front. And you can see the grading is gone. So now we acknowledge it's fourth edition, but now we include all the numbering on the front there on the labels. And the numbering is never on the cards themselves. So you can see that. So that's the always an all-star. And I'm going to zip through most of these pretty quick, so let me just put that away. All right, this next one. So this is the first one of one that I have here that I'm going to show you here today. So this is from 2006-2007. This is the 7th edition. So it's the In the Numbers Gold card, ultimate number. So first I'll show you with the label. So you can see there's a little bit of a scratch there. Now, unfortunately, one of the things that I've always criticized with this series is that since they're so reliant on these holders, if they do end up scratched up like that, I don't know if by the time they did this already, you can see that now by the 7th edition, it's now in the game. It's no longer showing the Beckett logo. So the question is whether it's still Beckett doing it and whether they would be the ones to potentially replace this. Since it's a relatively minor scratch, I can probably buff that out, but that'll be something I'll have to look into. But you can see a pretty nice card there, a nice patch, and that's a 1 of 1. So that is from the 7th edition. So let me kind of lay that down here. I gave myself enough room so I could lay them down this way. There we go. Let's move on. All right, next one. A recent pickup as well, and kind of a scratched up case in the same vein, but I'll have to see what I can do with it. So this is from 2006-2007, the same year, and this is the triple autograph silver of Mary Lemieux, Steve Yzerman, and Mike Modano. So this is 1 of 10. So it's ultimate number. So you can see there again the numbering, and there was a lot of inconsistency. Obviously, we got a gold label for the out of 10. For the 1 of 1's got a silver, and sometimes it's vice versa, and it's all over the place. But that's a nice triple autograph card. 10 copies. It's a toughie. Now, bear in mind, as we go along, at a certain point, they lose their licensing. I think by this point, they might have already lost their licensing. I don't recall. And like I said, if you do ever want me to follow up and I can have a subsequent conversation on it, I can look into a little bit and kind of give you the timeline on when they went from being licensed to being unlicensed and how that affected the company and the product. But you'll see a lot of changes and variation as far as the design for the different holders. Okay, so we're going to move this on. Next one here. So this one's actually a redemption card from the 2007 Fall Expo. So this came from ComC. This is an Ultimate Card Redemption Silver. So this is number 2 of 24, and there were only 500 redemption cards in this particular year. So it's a nice looking Modano card. So they made stuff like this as well. So I just wanted to include it because it is something that is part of the history of the Ultimate Memorabilia. Let's put that aside. We'll go on to the next card here. Now this one's from the 8th edition. This holder's seen better days, so I may have to do something about this one as well. So this is from 2007-8 in the game. It says the 8th edition. This is the Ultimate Autograph Silver. So this is 30 copies of the silver card. Pretty straightforward design. You can see it's been chipped up at the top, so I'll have to kind of keep an eye on that. I'll have to take care of that a little bit. So that's out of 30. So let's put that over here. And we'll put this card away. And this one here is the Modano Autograph Gold. It's the same card you can see there, but this one's out of 10. So there you go. Regular silver and gold. And you can see in this case, although they're silver and gold, they're both using the gold labels. So these are both 8th edition. So like I said, there weren't always rhyme or reason to it. And in terms of design, you can see the silver here, you can see the gold here. But it wasn't always, sometimes it's very subtle. So you can see there's quite a bit of variation, like I said. So let's fill up the next couple of slots here. So now we're going to do same year, 708, 8th edition, Ultimate Jersey Autograph Gold. This is out of 10. So this is jersey numbered, number 9 of 10. So again, you can see this is a gold edition, 2-color jersey. Cool looking card. And this one here is from the next year. This is the 9th edition. So now 0809, 9th edition, Ultimate Auto Teammate Silver, 8 of 24 with Mike Modano and Marty Turco. Now, an important note. Up until this point, you've seen that the ultimate number underneath is how many cards there are in the total print run. Now, in this case, this year, for the following year, you can see here, this is 8 of 24, but you can see there's only 7,500 cards in the total print run. So this year was a little bit lower produced. Pretty nice looking card, though, design-wise. I like that one. And one more note I'll make at this stage. So you can see that on the back it's signed with Dr. Brian Price. So just bear that in mind. He was president of In the Game. Because at a certain point that will change as well and you'll get a chance to see it. Still at this point, we're still using the In the Game logo. We're still within the first 10 years. This is the 9th edition now. So things are going to slowly start to change and evolve as we go along, kind of the way I mentioned to you. Okay, these next two are actually both... So let me move this over. These next two are actually base cards. So the base cards were also occasionally included in some of these series, and these are also in these kind of holders. So this is a good example of that. So these are both from the 10th edition. This was actually, I believe, the last year that Modano was an active player, and this is when he was playing for the Detroit Red Wings. So you can see 2010-2011, 10th edition, base card, number 42 of 54. And like I said, at this point, also 7,500 cards in the entire series. And you can see he's... Mike Modano of the Detroit Club. Very basic looking card, and obviously they've got the slogan back here now. And you got kind of a green label going on there. Okay, now this one here is the Centennial Edition. Virtually identical, so you can see that. Obviously, it's labeled differently. This is numbered to 10. The design-wise, there isn't really a lot of variation to it. Now, they do acknowledge on the back 100 years of hockey cards, so that is a little bit of a difference. But otherwise, that and the holder, you wouldn't be able to know the difference if you didn't already know. So it is kind of an interesting decision. But that was from the 10th edition. So remember the green labels, and then we're still using the in-game logo. So this is 10th edition. This next card is part of the 10th edition as well. Let me do that right side up. So you can see by now the licensing is gone because you've got Mike Modano and Intero and Nitamaki, and you can see no pictures, no logos, no nothing. But they're keeping the sets going. And you've got here 500 gold combo silver, so numbered to 24. It's a game used card. So this is also part of the 10th edition here. So this is the Ultimate Autograph Silver. Back to the gold label. Cool looking card out of 24. Okay. This is from the 11th edition now. Still using the in the game logo. This is a recent pickup. So this one's numbered to 9. Pretty nice. Brian Price is still involved. He's still got the slogan in the back. So like I said, it's still in the game. All right. This next one, 12th edition. So it's still in the game. 12th edition now. So in this year, you're back to 10,000 cards. It's an All-Star Year Silver. Artur Zerbe, Nicholas Lidstrom, and Mike Modano. This is also a pretty recent pickup. This is from 1999, so it's numbered out of 24. Brian Price is still responsible. And I'll definitely have to get holders for all of these in terms of sleeves, but anyway, we'll move on. So still 12th edition. So this is To the Hall Autograph Silver. This is out of 29, and it is still 10,000 total copies. Still got the gold label going. Nice clean blue ink. Looking good. '12th edition, like I said. Again, gold label, but it's called the silver because it is the silver version. So now we've got this one here, which is similar, but is a little different. This is To the Hall Patch and Auto Silver. So this is numbered to 9. You can see similar design cues. So this is the patch autograph. They look pretty cool together, design-wise, you can see, obviously. So this is all part of the 12th edition. All right, this next one is the first one I have in the series. So we skip ahead a couple of years. This is the first one in the series under the Leaf banner. So this is 2014-2015 Leaf in the game. This is Ultimate Artistic Moments Silver Autograph Modano. It is numbered to 25. So you can see, obviously, we changed it up. Now it says Ultimate down here. You've got this artist rendition. The design's obviously very different. You've got in the game here, but you've got Leaf up here. The label has seen better days. Not exactly the best work I've seen. Kind of plain on the back. You got an old price tag on it. And you can see now it's been taken over by Brian Gray, who was the president of In the Game at that point, but he is the owner, CEO of Leaf. So it's taken on a little bit of different context now, and it is a different design. Similar general concept, but obviously very different. All right, this next one is from that same year as well. So this is Ultimate Edition 14th, and this is Fantastic Gold. So again, it's under Leaf, so this is 9 of 10. Jersey number 9 of 10. Gigantic stick piece. Decent looking card. You'll notice, though, it is the same picture that we're using here. So it is from the same year, like I said. So this is the 14th edition now. All right, last one I have here under the Leaf banner. This is 2014-2015, so again, 14th edition. As time goes on, I'll probably try to get some of the newer editions, but for now, this is what I've got for Leaf. So this is Ultimate Memorabilia, Ultimate Honors, Print Plate, Auto Magenta. So this is a printing plate that's been signed. Nothing too crazy. That is a 1 of 1, obviously. It is a printing plate. I generally don't touch printing plates unless they are like this, they're autographed. But that is the Ultimate Honors. And that is very clearly a Leaf card. So you can see there's a lot of variation as far as those are concerned. And you can get quite a sense of how the design and everything changed up as time went on. From the Leaf to the In the Game to the Be a Player. All right, the last two cards, we're going to go backwards in time a little bit. These are the two most recent additions to my collection. One of them you would have gotten a preview on Instagram previously, so I'm going to show that one to you first, and then I'll show you the other one second. So this one here is from 2008-2009, so we'll go back to the 9th edition. This is a complete jersey silver, so this is when they were still in the game. This is number 7 of 9. This is when they had 7,500 cards in the series. So this is what's called a complete jersey, because you've got the emblem here, a piece of the jersey number, the jersey itself, and a fight strap. So 4 different pieces of memorabilia on the card, number 9. That is a toughie. So that was one of the pickups from the Virtual Expo. A very cool card, great shipping. Good job by Jeremy, thank you for that. And then this last one here I want to show you. So this is, I believe in both these cases he broke up a set once he was able to sell enough of them. So this is part of what was a completed set. So same year, 9th edition, 2008-2009, stick rack silver, numbered to 24, Modano, number 15 to 24. With a nice big stick piece here with the lightning bolt on it. Now I can do a little more research on it. Like I said, if there is interest, I can always go back and revisit the In the Game Be a Player Ultimates. I believe 7,500 is the lowest they might have done for a year. They might have done a 5,000, but I don't recall. But I think 7,500 sounds to me like it was the lowest. So Ultimate Stick Rack. And this is still under Brian Price's stewardship. So there you have it. A whole ton of Be a Player and Leaf and In the Game, different autographs, patch cards, stick cards, all kinds. And there were a lot of different variations and varieties as far as the interesting and colorful history of Ultimate Memorabilia is concerned. A fun little thing to go through, a fun little showcase. I was happy to show it to you. And as I said, if there's interest down the road, I can always revisit this and give you a little more background on how and when these different things changed. But you can see there was quite a bit of variation, quite a bit of different versions of it. It is a unique product that went on for quite a long time. I think it's technically still in production, but it's definitely had like a 20-year lifespan. So that's very impressive. And it has obviously gone under a lot of different changes as the years went by. So that's it for me for today. Kind of a special showcase that I wanted to show you. As always, if you got any questions or comments, I'm more than happy to reply to those in the comments section. Thanks very much, and we'll catch you in the next video.